Welcome to this Sound Live Sports Network broadcast of District 1 Playoff Softball 3A. And the first round of the playoffs will start the day with the visiting Edmonds-Woodway Warriors, ranked number 5th as they come into the district playoffs. Will play the number 4 Ferndale Golden Eagles. And beautiful afternoon to get a softball game here at Phil Johnson Fields. The first round of the playoffs, Linwood and Marysville-Pilchuck, Arlington, Meadowdale, Edmonds-Woodway, Ferndale, and Mount Lake Terrace, Everett, all on the docket around us here at a beautiful venue to have some softball. Simone Jackson steps in for the Warriors, a left-handed hitter, a senior, and watches the first pitch from Lauren Malley to go wide left. Outside for ball one, and we are underway. We'll get to the batting order here after Moni with that high bat waggle. And here comes the rockin' fire high. Still no strike call from Earl Knoppe, our plate umpire today. Calling the balls and strikes. Don Alverson is around the base paths in the blue today under mostly sunny skies, and the first one is over for Malley for strike one. 2 balls and a strike as Edmonds-Woodway finds themselves coming out of the West Coast South second place. But yet right up there at the top of the Northwest Conference is the Ferndale squad. There's a swing and a high cut that misses for strike 2, and we're even 2 balls and 2 strikes. Moni a hard out to get. Usually makes some contact. There's a swing and fouled right back at us here atop the press box. And out of play, we'll reload with a 2-2. Drew Westford doing the calling of the balls and strikes from behind the plate. Moni with a K is down strike 1, and the leadoff hitter is retired. Jackie Lovelace, the catcher, will bat second. Kendra Cooper, playing second base, is in the 3 spot. Your cleanup hitter is Taylor Jones. She plays first base. Ari Gerard over at third base will bat 5th. Number 6 in the order, Ciara Ortiz, will play left or center field. Mariah Woolery is the pitcher of record for the Warriors and bats 7th. Kyra Collingridge gets the start out in left field and will bat 8th. And rounding out the order by head coach Mike Venable, the 9-hitter Shaylin Dela Cruz in right field. And a 1-1 count now. A lot of other games going around the parks here. And
yeah, hi Keith. Angelo Kamal here.
Hi, Angelo.
Jumping in on the broadcast because Mount Lake Terrace is playing right next to us, and they already hit a home run and scored up 1-0 in the first inning.
We'll get lots of updates.
So I'll be popping back in with updates for all the other great Edmonds District teams. All 4 teams are playing today right now. It's amazing. Meadowdale's right behind us, and Linwood's across the way.
Got to have your head on a swivel when
Yes.
you're up in the press box. 2-2 count now on Lovelace. And the rockin' fire right back at the pitcher. Malley will swing it over, and that is out number 1. Excuse me, that is out number 2 after the strikeout by Moni Jackson. And now Kendra Cooper, who had a 4 RBI game the other day against Mount Lake Terrace right before the playoffs started, will step in, the first right-handed hitter that Malley will have faced in the afternoon. And she does so with 2 away. Here comes the pitch right over that outside part of the plate. It started in. Cooper got a good look at it, and then it fell right off the plate to the outside. Beautiful pitch. And now the rockin' fire. That one, same spot, just over that outside edge. Painting black stripes on the outside part of the plate. And quickly up against the ropes goes Cooper. 0-2. And a defensive swing just to get a cut to stay alive is Cooper. And the sophomore now will step toward the top of the batter's box on the right-hand side. Malley gets the signals. And here it comes. And right back through the middle. A nice cut and a base hit for Kendra Cooper will get things started with 2 outs now for the Warriors, and that'll bring up the cleanup hitter Taylor Jones. Cooper choking up on a 2-strike pitch, fouled one off, and then got a good cut and a good look. Right back up the middle through the wickets of Lauren Malley and into center field. And now we'll see what Jones can do. At that outside part of the plate, and she is accurate every time. And back in for a little update.
Yeah, Terrace is having a fantastic inning. They're now up. They're up 6-0.
I'd say that's a fantastic inning, right? In the first inning.
6 runs scored.
Make a showing and not done yet. 2 outs. Jones also quickly in the hole, 0-2. And a chance to get out of the inning with no damage. Malley, there's a rope in toward the gap in left field, all the way to the wall. Cooper will round third base. It's up against the track. She's being waved in. The ball is not hit the cutoff. And it is 1-0 on a double in the gap by Taylor Jones, and E-Dub takes first blood. Great stroke with 2 strikes on her. And Jones will not be denied. That one ripped on a 1-hop to the track. RBI time for Taylor Jones. And that'll bring up Ari Gerard, the third base player today. These two teams looking southwest as a first pitch strike is called with a runner in scoring position. So when this game gets a little long in the tooth, perhaps, it's this field where the batters will be looking right into the sunshine. You got a little while to go before that happens, and now that'll go all the way to the fence. And Jones will anchor herself at second base, not even a look, really. One ball and 1 strike. That one high and outside. And a good eye by Gerard to stay right there and stay put. As Malley's been hitting that outside part of the plate, you're going to have to really key in on, that one inside, but over the stripe for strike 2. And I caught both myself and Gerard off just a little bit as the batter very close to the plate. On the right-hand batter's box, the rockin' fire. That one outside, barely outside. And now we've got a full count. Taylor Jones standing on second base after an RBI double. And now Gerard with a payoff pitch coming her way. Swing and a cut right back to the fence. And we'll stay right here at 3-2. And a good cut. Just got under it a bit. Wind picking up just a little bit, blowing from across the diamond from right to left. The payoff swing and a high one. That would have been most likely ball 4, but better safe than sorry, says Gerard, and just puts the big stick up there and takes a cut to get a clean look at the next one. And now Malley puts that ball in her hip for an instant. Now the rockin' fire and a swing and a cut. That'll be shallow left field, 2 chasing, and that will be foul ball. Got a good pitch to hit, turned it, and pulled that shoulder around to get the foul ball. Malley took a little bit off that one. And we'll see if she comes with the heat now. The payoff pitch, swing and a miss, and down on strikes goes Gerard, and that will retire the side. Taylor Jones left on second, but picks up the RBI that gives the Warriors the 1-0 lead. And we'll head to the bottom half of inning number 1 on the Sound Live Sports Network. Stay with us. Clogged drain? Other plumbing problems? Call Action Jackson Plumbing for 24-hour service. Owned by a lifetime Edmonds resident and Edmonds-Woodway grad, Action Jackson is the drain cleaning specialist. They can unclog most internal drains for only $99 plus tax. Call 425-877-5601 or visit actionjacksonplumbing.com. Welcome back on the Sound Live Sports Network. 1-0 as we head to the bottom half of the first inning. With an update, here's Angelo.
Hi, yeah, so Terrace, they're off the field, but they got off with 7 runs, and looks like 2 runs just scored by Meadowdale.
So E-Dub also jumping off to a lead right here. That'll get all the West Coast South teams with tallies in their half. And now we find ourselves with Ferndale coming to the plate. Dana Eby will bat the leadoff and play right field. Scarlett Ninehoose, the left fielder, will bat second. Abigail Bethus will be the center fielder and bat third. Number 4 in the cleanup, Drew Westford, is doing the catching. Candace Kane, 5th in the order, will be the shortstop today. Amanda Baker is playing second base and batting 6th. Batting 7th, Gabby Edison will play third base. Sydney Schaller will be your designated hitter. Lauren Malley, the pitcher, and will be DH'd 4. And then Erica Eby will be the flex. She's playing first base at the moment. And now on the mound is Mariah Woolery, which is pretty much the standard fare for Edmonds-Woodway. Does a nice job, the freshman. But quickly with a 2-0 count, and that is strike 1. So pretty much like her predecessor, struggles with the first 2 and then starts to dial it in. Dana Eby, a right-handed hitter, finds one fly behind her, and that'll get your attention. See a couple come in, and now you got the attention of the entire dugout when you pass one behind the batter, because now you don't know what's going to happen. And a home run behind us. We'll cut into the Terrace lead. And now Dana Eby will be walked on 5 pitches. A very strong thrower is Woolery, but does lack some consistency around the plate. And we'll see if she can bring it here in the first playoff game. There's a sacrifice attempt by Ninehoose, and that is off to the dugout, occupied by Ferndale along the third base line. And now the left-hand hitting Ninehoose will step in. That one low and outside. A great job at the stop by Lovelace. And now the 1-1 count. And that one, ball 1. They're in at the corners, assuming the sacrifice will be put down. Jones in on the first baseline, Gerard down the third. Double play depth for the middle infielders. Here's this pitch, and that one outside and well outside. And already Woolery's showing some signs of inconsistency around the plate. Lovelace flashes the signs now and tries to settle down her freshman starter. There's the 3-1. That one on the outside corner is a good one. First strike 2. Just caught a piece, and a generous strike zone by umpire Earl Noppy. Of course, that's what you like to see, a lot of hitting, and now a foul ball comes into play from one of the other ball games. And we've got a stoppage of play, a dead ball. As Dana Eby out on first base, and a 3-2 count. The payoff outside for ball 4. And that will walk 2 straight. as EB was aboard on the first plate appearance, and now Ninehoose will advance her one base with a walk of her own. And now Battus will come up. Abigail Battus, the center fielder, with nobody out. And still struggling just a bit is Mariah Woolery. So it took 5-pitch walk and now a 6-pitch walk. And now they're going to make her earn everything, and why not? Very wise. Of course, Holly Hilton, the head coach for this Ferndale squad, making sure that Battus knows that we got to lay off a few of these. And that one inside for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. And they're scoring in droves. There's a drive into the gap in right center field. That will take off and fly out of here. A 3-run home run by Abigail Battus, and there was no question about it. And instantly the Golden Eagles with a 3 spot take a 2-run lead, 3-1. Holy smoke, was that a drive. And I tell you, if you get a pitcher that has some trouble, they're likely to take a little bit off the fastball and try to push it across surgically, and a lot of times that'll just be your undoing. 3-run home run cleans the base paths for Drew Westford. And we'll see if Woolery now can settle down just a little bit. The first 3 faced have scored. And now they're cutting high and wide. I love the cut by Westford. On top of it, explosive bat. Very compact swing, takes one inside there, 1-1. And now the 2-1. Up in the eyes of Westford, no go. And now you run the risk, if you're Edmonds-Woodway, to start stacking on free runners again. Got to come to here. Here's the fastball inside and a walk. The 3rd walk issued by Mariah Woolery this afternoon, 2 of which have scored already. Ferndale, a very, very good ball club. 11-1 in league out of the Northwest League. 19-1 overall. Their lone loss was to Linden, the leaders in that division, back in April. They have not lost since April 15th. Edmonds-Woodway, of course, second in the West Coast South, 12-6, 13-7. They've had some good games and some bad games. Been crushed and have done some crushing. Now lost to Jackson and Mount Lake Terrace 13-4 and 14-13 early in the season, this Edmonds-Woodway team. Not a lot of defense necessarily. I guess it's not defense, but Mariah Woolery and her first freshman coming in trying to get the varsity starts. And that's a nerve-wracking softball with all that pressure on you. And she's feeling a little bit in her first district appearance now. Inside, now the snap throw, no. As Lovelace hangs on to it. And now Candace Kane will try the sacrifice. And that one just caught the end of the bat. And that'll rattle on down that aluminum all the way to your hands and give you a little jolt. And Candace, with a wince there, will step back out and get the signs from Coach Hilton. Candace Kane with a K. Candace. And that one strike on the attempt, about a foot shy of the home plate. And on the pass ball, Westford will head on down to second base. Call that a wild pitch on the bounce. And that one will hit the batter. So 3 walks and a hits batsman. And this is what makes for extremely long innings. Mike Venable, the head coach for Edmonds-Woodway, standing in the doorway, and now will turn and walk into the shadows. Trying to get some encouragement to his freshman pitcher, and now things are just coming a little bit unglued from Woolery. That one rose right out of her hand. And E-Dub will do anything at this point in time to record an out and stop some bleeding, get some help on their starter. There's the snap throw, not in time, down to the first base. Diving back goes Kane. Good throw by Lovelace. Jones with a tag, but not in time. And the 2-1. Inside ball 3. Excuse me, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Waiting on deck is Gabby Edison for the Golden Eagles. And now the Rockin' Fire swing and a foul ball toward the bullpen down there in right field. Right by the big old flag down there. Now blowing in from right field at a pretty good clip. And the 2-2. Swing and a miss and down on strikes. And everybody else will advance on the strikeout, but Baker is retired for out number 1. And a big first out it is for Edmonds-Woodway. Down to third base goes Westford. Kane on her horse down to second base. So 2 in scoring position for Gabby Edison. And suddenly finding some accuracy, Mariah Woolery gonna try to keep this to 1 trip through the order for Ferndale if she can. Here's the rock, the fire, and a snap throw is not in time. Lovelace wasting no time to keep runners honest. Good accurate throws low. Jumping out of that crouch and a swing and a cut and an off-speed pitch and a beauty by Woolery. Took a little off that one and way out ahead goes Edison. The 1-2. I think this is the first time there's a little soft liner to Kendra Cooper for out number 2. That was the first at-bat that I have where Woolery was actually ahead in the count after facing 6 batters. Now Sydney Schaller, the hitter, the designated hitter in the 8th spot. That one not quite the distance for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. 2 away and 2 on. Collingridge, Ortiz, and Dela Cruz around the outfield. Left to right. Gerard, Jackson, Cooper, and Jones around the infield. And Mariah Woolery on the mound, pitching to Jackie Lovelace. Here's the 2-1. Swing and right back up the middle. That should score 1, if not 2. Cooper quickly over, able to gobble it up to sacrifice a throw over to first to try to keep everybody around only 1 base. They're giving up only 1 base. It looks like Drew Westford will score to make it 4-1. Candace Kane goes on to third base, and then Schaller with that RBI single up the middle, the infield single, standing on first. And Lauren Malley, the pitcher, will try to help her cause here. Low and inside for ball 1. Salt Lake Terrace and Everett. Right to our left. On the field next to us, 7-3 the score there. Everett picking up 3 runs in the bottom half of their first inning. So a lot of offense a field over. There's an outside pitch for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Malley digs in very high in the batter's box, and that'll hit her. No, scooped it off the turf. Little hopscotch. I thought it tagged her, but it didn't. And we'll go full with the count. The payoff pitch from Mulry. Strike 3 call, and out of the inning finally is Mariah Woolery. But the Golden Eagles are able to put up 4 runs on 2 hits. They strand 2, and we will head to the top half of the second inning. Ferndale on top, 4-1. You're watching the Sound Live Sports Network.
Are you a whiz in filmmaking? Do you want to become extraordinary in filmmaking? Then come to Shoreline Community College and work with Shoreline Productions, where you will learn to transform your work in teams of working professionals and students to create enchanting effects such as green screen, text animation, and so much more. So come to Shoreline Community College, where you can mystify and dazzle in filmmaking.
If you've been wanting to get back in the game, whether it's basketball or just improving your fitness level, Edmonds Sports Academy is the place to go. Edmonds Sports Academy, believe in the power of play. Call them at 425-772-1901.
Welcome back on the Sound Live Sports Network, presented by Action Jackson Plumbing and Shoreline Community College. Edmonds-Woodway will bring up Sierra Ortiz, Mariah Woolery, and Kyra Collingridge, the 6, 7, and 8 hitters, due up for E-Dub. We've seen kind of the tale of 2 pitchers here. Lauren Malley, very accurate, right around the plate and able to paint those corners. Able to limit her team to only 1 run given up in that first inning. And now has a chance to face the bottom of the order. Mariah Woolery for Edmonds-Woodway, struggling early, walking 3 and hitting a batter, and has given up 4. That makes things tough. There's a nicely framed pitch by catcher Westford. And now we've got timeout here as we have a chance to put some athletic tape on the mask of Drew Westford. Not entirely sure what that might be. There's a cut down some glare perhaps of the sun right above her. And another beautiful pitch right over the outside part of the plate. And those two I'm mentioning, Mariah Woolery and her battery mate, Lauren Malley and her battery mate Westford. Really working well together. Another outstanding frame by the catcher. That time, umpire not quite buying, and it's an even count at 2 apiece, 2-2. 4-1 Ferndale. We're in the top half of the second inning. There's a swing and a cut. Got right on top of it. But Ortiz draws the screen behind her. Seven innings, the minimum. And we're in inning number 2, on field number 2 here. And a swing and a miss. The 3rd strikeout. All swinging. And Lauren Malley is in charge right now. Pitcher Woolery now will step into the batter's box and face her counterpart. That low and away for ball 1. 1 ball and a strike. Pitcher V pitcher. Woolery with a bat on her shoulder now will raise the big silver stick, and off the screen it goes for strike one. Got a good look, got a good cut. And now we'll look down at Coach Venable for the signs. Woolery with the red batting gloves, and now the wand. Here comes the pitch inside, but not by much. 2 balls and a strike. And you just get that feeling that Lauren Malley is not used to missing. Even when she does, it is really close. She paints corners extremely well. There's another cut into the screen. The count goes to 2-2. Beautiful fields here up in Everett. Phil Johnson Fields. Not sure how old they are, but what a great venue for high school. And there's a foul ball in toward the Meadowdale game, and they'll call timeout over there. And a great job by the runner over there is on second base to get off the bag and scoop up the Edmonds-Woodway foul ball. That's awareness. Here comes the 2-2. That's a ground ball. Baker to Eby. Out number 2. And now Collingridge will step in on that right-hand side. And do the bullfight, dig into the dirt with her right foot. And await the Malley pitch. Strike, outside corner, right down the middle. And then it curves to the outside. These things look mighty tasty when they start. And then you're not so sure when they leave the outside part of the plate. There's a cut just missed by Collingridge. Quickly in the hole, 0-2. Collingridge, a freshman, will watch the next offering go high upstairs for ball 1-2. Collingridge, Davis, Ortiz, and Woolery, all freshmen on this Edmonds-Woodway team. Getting a lot of experience. There's a swing and a cut. And the ball dropped. They'll have to go the hard way, but that is out number 3. 3 up, 3 down, 2 by way of strikeout. To the bottom of the second we go. We're still 4-1. Ferndale on top of Edmonds-Woodway. We'll be back on the Sound Live Sports Network.
If you've been wanting to get back in the game, whether it's basketball or just improving your fitness level, Edmonds Sports Academy is the place to go. Edmonds Sports Academy, believe in the power of play. Call them at 425-772-1901.
Are you a whiz in filmmaking? Do you want to become extraordinary in filmmaking? Then come to Shoreline Community College and work with Shoreline Productions, where you will learn to transform your work in teams of working professionals and students to create enchanting effects such as green screen.
Already underway here at Phil Johnson Fields, the bottom half of the second inning. 1 strike on the board. There's a cut and into right center field and all the way to the wall. Dana Eby on her horse will go to second base on the double. Saw a first pitch strike, and the second one matched it. And this time turning on it and poking it into right center field. Easy double. Standing up goes Dana Eby, and that will bring up Ninehouse, who was able to walk and score, so no official plate appearance, or excuse me, at bat, but a plate appearance, a walk. And has a chance to drive in the 5th run. Here comes the 0-1 outside and low, a worm burner coming up on that outside part of the plate. And the wind beginning to whip through the press box here. The 1-1 on the way, swing and down to first base, gobbled up there by Jones, and stepping on the base for out number 1, unassisted. He'll be down to third base, and that'll bring up Batus, who had the 3-run jack that really broke things open for Ferndale in the first inning. Of course, we're only in inning number 2, and here she is standing at the dish again. So that kind of tells you the offense that Ferndale was able to bring up to the plate. Batting third. Already 3 RBI and a chance to bring in number 4 here for Batus. There is the strike 1. About knee-high outside. And now a drive into center field, getting after it for a second there, losing it off the cusp of her glove. Will be an RBI single and a long one, but the 4th RBI for Batus. Batus, the long single, and a great job by Ortiz to get off her mark there in center field. For a moment it looked like she might have an opportunity to catch that, and then had to short hop it. So 1 run on 2 hits so far through 3 batters, and Ferndale continuing to add to this lead now, little bits at a time. 5-1 your score. 2 strikes quickly now on Drew Westford. Westford was given a free pass back in the first inning, and now finds herself with a 1-2 count after that pitch. So settling in just a little bit now, Mariah Woolery, getting those first playoff game jitters out of the way, and there's a swing and a rope down the left field line, off the screen and foul. But that one had some octane behind it. Turning quickly was Westford. She's got that very compact swing. Tighten up like a spring and then just lets her fly. And there's a drive into left field. Drifting underneath it is Collingridge. She'll make the catch, and that will be out number 2. And now Candace Kane, who reached base after being plunked in the first inning. Also, no official at-bats. Sees one go over the inside part of the plate, just a bit outside of the plate, rather. Ball 1. And that one over the inside part of the plate. Almost the exact same pitch, but that one catches some corner. Strike 1. Last I checked, it was 5-2 with Meadowdale on top of Arlington. And then off to our left, that's off to our right, off to our left, it's still 7-3 Mountain Lake Terrace over Everett. And we are here in the bottom half of the second inning, 5-1 up on the scoreboard. Winner will move on to the semifinals, and that'll be right after this. You play 2. There's a strike. They'll make it full count, 3-2 on Candace Kane. I almost have to say both names. It just rolls right off the tongue. Candace Kane. Swing and a drive into right field. Up on it is Dela Cruz, and a single will advance the runner Bethus over to second base, and the third hit in the inning. Canes aboard. And now Amanda Baker. A chance to just tag another run on with a base hit here. The Woolery pitch inside corner for strike one. So winner will move on. And they'll play 15 minutes after this game here. So you just take a deep breath and you get right back at it. And the same with the losing team. So they'll just split it up again. You'll just play a different opponent, one on the winner side of the things and one on the loser side of the bracket. That one bounces in for ball one, 1 ball and 2 strikes. So a double header. And you like to be the one on top, obviously. And get a chance to play in that game on Thursday. Actually, Friday. No, Thursday. Right here at the same ballpark. And those two teams to stay. There's a ground ball. Moni Jackson will go to third base and steps on the bag. No good. Gerard was off the bag and didn't realize where her feet were. By the time she was able to gather the Moni Jackson throw, everybody's safe. Bethus all the way in, making a hustle play there. We'll give it a fielder's choice error. Actually, error, and reaching on the error will be Amanda Baker. Gabby Edison lined out softly, and that will be it. So another run for Ferndale, 5-1 on 3 hits, 1 error, and 2 remain on the base paths. We'll head to inning number 3 on the Sound Live Sports Network.
Hey sports fans, do you want to know when and where your favorite teams in the West Coast Conference are playing? Who won the game last night and what the current standings are? Well, it's easy to find out on westcoathletics.com. The information is entered by athletic directors and coaches, so you know it's accurate and up to date, making westcoathletics.com the place to view official scores, schedules, standings, and photos for all the schools and all the sports in the West Coast Conference. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook and check out westcoathletics.com.
Shaylin Dela Cruz, the 9-hitter for Edmonds-Woodway. Here we'll lead things off in the top half of the 3rd inning. Ferndale looking mighty tough. Only 2 balls out of the infield so far. That was the Kendra Cooper single and the Taylor Jones double that followed it up to drive Cooper home. Everything else strain to the infield or a strikeout. 4 strikeouts for Lauren Malley today through 2 full innings. 2 over the minimum right now as batters faced, and here comes the rock, the fire, and outside and low, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Mount Lake Terrace still on top, 7-3 in the 4th. Trying to get a Meadowdale score. Dela Cruz right to the glove hand of Baker. Froze her for a second, but she kept low on it. Great job of staying with it. And throws out Dela Cruz, who got a good cut. 4-3 the put out. And back to the order, top of the order, Simone Jackson, strikeout victim and led off the first inning. Will step into the left-hand side of the batter's box to face Lauren. Here comes the pitch. Strike one. That one, beautiful pitch right down the middle. Shirt sleeves, shorts, sandals, flip-flops. Beautiful May Day. Strike two. Jackson into the hole she goes. One away in the 0-2. High, ball one. The winner of Linwood Marysville Pilchuck will play the winner of Arlington Meadowdale. There's a cut. A foul tip right back into the glove of Westford, and Money is striked out for the second time in as many at-bats. And that is out number two. Jackie Lovelace, the catcher now, will ground out in her first at-bat. Is 0 for 1 today. And, of course, the game you're watching, the winner of this one, will play the winner of Mount Lake Terrace Everett. And quickly coming down the line and gobbling that one up, Edison. Wasn't fooled a bit by the Loveless bunt and throws across to retire the side. So the second 3-up, 3-down inning for Lauren Malley and company. And Ferndale coming to bat with a 5-1 lead in the bottom half of inning number 3. We'll be back on the Sound Live Sports Network.
Sound Live Sports Network production services are provided by the Broadcast Field Production Class, a CTE intra-district course. If you are a student in the Edmonds School District, you can be part of the exciting world of live sports production. Learn about broadcast announcing, broadcast engineering, and sports reporting while providing a valuable service to your community. Contact your school counselor today to find out more and sign up for Broadcast Field Productions.
Your score in the first round of the 3A softball tournament in District 1 at Phil Johnson Fields. Thanks for being with us this afternoon. A beautiful afternoon here in Everett. I'm Keith Neely. And the 8-9-1 hitters due up for Ferndale. Sydney Schaller, the designated hitter, already an RBI today with a single in that first inning. Will lead things off here in the third. And there's a shallow pop-up toward the foul ground in right field and just foul by about a foot. One and one. Long foul ball. Cooper tried to give chase. Dela Cruz was not quite there. And once again fouled into the screen. The count to 1-2. One of those few times when Mariah Woolery has actually been ahead in the count today. Struggled a bit. There's a little looper. Up and over the top for ball two. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And right back to the pitcher. Outstanding reflexes, but then throws it into the screen. Had all the time in the world. And Mariah Woolery just cocked back and let it fly. And an error on your starting pitcher for Edmonds-Woodway. And Schaller is aboard. He won. And the extra base runners in the way of the Watt, the hits batsman, and Allen tough when it comes down to district time to get the wins. And you can tell she's rattled just a little bit as she's facing Lauren Malley. And there's a strike. And the snap of the glove. And she takes the return from Lovelace, the catcher. And now we've got a brief timeout as Malley goes down to talk to head coach Holly Hilton. Winner of the Ferndale Edmonds-Woodway game will play the winner of the Mount Lake Terrace Everett game. And right now, Mount Lake Terrace holds on to that first inning, really. That's what it took. Scored a 7 spot at the top half of the first inning, and that's where we are right now in the bottom of 4 on the field just to our left. Terrace with the win would face the winner of this one here. Right now being led by the Golden Eagles. As Malley is ready for the Woolery offering. Past the catcher, and Lovelace having a hard time finding where the ball went. That one came in at such an angle, got right between her. And down to second base goes Schaller, who reached on the air. And already in scoring position. Boy, this seems like a broken record. And a big cut for a strike. And then down on strikes goes Malley. I don't know where she was running to. Maybe she thought she had that Lovelace dropped the ball. That's probably what it was. And Wisely will head down toward first base. More of a trot. That just inside on Dana Eby. Eby has not yet been retired. Walked in the first. Got a double in the second inning to lead things off. And then scored both times. And now a high fly ball into left field. That one, see you later. It's gone. And Dana Eby with a 2-run home run makes it 7-1 Ferndale. Your leadoff hitter getting it done any way, shape, or form. The leadoff walk that comes around to score in the first. The double that comes around to score in the second. And then helps herself out with a 2-run bomb to left field. And comes around to score a third time in as many innings. First, second, and third inning. And now a swing and a miss by Ninehouse. 0 for 1 today with a walk in the first and a run. Also a ground ball over to Jones at first base, and Lovelace now taking a foul ball or a bat off the shin. And now in the crouch is obviously distressed just a little bit. And now out of the crouch talking to head coach Mike Venable. And they'll let her walk it off. That'll stink. And jumped right up under the guard of Jackie Lovelace, who now is back into the crouch and just trying to keep it together. Kendra Cooper giving her a slap, a high five there, and will walk back to second base, but that one didn't tickle a bit. And now she's asking for a couple of warm-ups just to get her wits about her. E-Dub second to Meadowdale in the Wesco South Division. And last we checked, Meadowdale was on top. Playing Arlington on the field to our right. And now here comes the pitch way outside. Ninehouse in that left-hand batter's box. Nobody on. One away. And now a foul right into the screen. Lovelace jumped right up after that one. Not showing any signs of duress. Now that action is resumed. 3 balls and a strike. Here's the swing and right to Action Jackson, and that will be an infield hit. Ninus with the infield hit. That'll bring up Bethus, who is the girl of the hour right now with 4 RBI, a 3-run bomb in the first, and then an RBI single in the second. And now, just a run-of-the-mill vanilla single on the left-hand side, and she's 3 for 3. And probably a little frustrated with herself she didn't pick up another RBI. I mean, she's a machine. And now Westford. Westford 0 for 1. Flew out to left in the second, also walked and scored in the first. And then hit by a pitch, we'll load him up. Most of the bases have been occupied by the ladies in blue today. The only runner in scoring position was Taylor Jones, who was stranded in the first. Although Cooper did come around to score on that double. But aside from that, Edmonds-Woodway has gone very quiet offensively. And now a snap throw down to first. Everybody's safe. Candace Kane standing in with a 1-1 count. Is 1 for 1 with a single. Was hit by a pitch in the first, and now a pass ball, and everybody will advance, and that will score the runner. Ninus comes in. Quickly things unraveling. Woodway, 8-1. And now a conference on the mound, Wisely. And Venable will go out to talk to his starting pitcher, and it may be a time to change here, and that's exactly what's going to happen. As Mariah Woolery will go off the field, and we'll get the pitching change in a moment. And for the warm-ups, we'll take a break on the Sound Live Sports Network. 8-1. Ferndale on top of Edmonds-Woodway. 3A's District Softball.
Sound Live Sports Network production services are provided by the Broadcast Field Production Class, a CTE intra-district course. Are a student of the Edmonds, you can be part of the exciting world of live sports production. Learn about broadcast announcing, broadcast engineering, and sports reporting while providing a valuable service to your community. Contact your school counselor today to find out more and sign up for Broadcast Field Productions. If you've been wanting to get back in the game, whether it's basketball or just improving your fitness level, Edmonds Sports Academy is the place to go. Edmonds Sports Academy, believe in the power of play. Call them at 425-772-1901.
Welcome back on the Sound Live Sports Network. Kyra Collingridge, your new reliever for the Edmonds-Woodway Warriors, as Woolery will head off with only 1 out, having given up the 8 runs so far and through 2 1/3 innings. And now stepping in Candace Kane, who will stay with her 2-1 count with 1 away. Runners on second and third, and we'll see what Collingridge can bring here. Number 1 on the jersey. And a swing and a foul ball. And Kane will step back in. As I mentioned, 1 for 1 today with a single. And the other plate appearance was hit by a pitch and got as far as third base before the inning finally subsided in that big first inning for Ferndale. And that one will roll in. Another quickly having to go off the crouch and into the backstop area is Loveless, who is really working hard. And now we've got a 7-5. You hear the cheers off to our left. We got a 7-5 game as Everett's starting to chip away and has runners at second and third with 2 outs. He's only down 2 runs, so they're crawling their way back. Siegel's not giving up yet in the 4th. And a 2-2 count on Candace Kane. Kane raises the bat. Here comes the pitch. Swing and popped up. Jones calling for it right in front of her dugout. Will make the catch for out number 2. Amanda Baker, 0 for 2 today, with a strikeout and a reached on in the second. And the ball game to our left tied up at 7 apiece after an R2 RBI single. Is in 2 runs. And actually, Everett's gone ahead. 9-7 on a 6-0 run, I'm told. And back to the game in front of us here. There's a kind of a squib off the bat of Amanda Baker and a foul out again. So 2 foul outs to Jones, and that will retire the side. But another 3 runs come across for Ferndale and make it 8-1. 1, 2, 3, 3 hits, 1 error, 2 left on. And we'll head to the 4th. Ferndale has 8, Edmonds-Woodway 1. You're watching Sound Live Sports Network.
Are you a whiz in filmmaking? Do you want to become extraordinary in filmmaking? Then come to Shoreline Community College and work with Shoreline Productions, where you will learn to transform your work in teams of working professionals and students to create enchanting effects such as green screen, text animation, and much more. So come to Shoreline Community College where you can mystify and dazzle in filmmaking.
Welcome back on the Sound Live Sports Network. 1 run on 2 hits, 2 errors for Edmonds-Woodway. 1 runner left on base. 8 runs, 8 hits, no errors, and 6 left on for the Golden Eagles. And Ferndale just looking to bear down now and run this one to its course and get into that later night doubleheader winners bracket. Got everything working for him right now. And there's a pop fly into the gap. 3 coming in, calling for it finally is center fielder Bethus. Bethus calls everybody off just like you're taught. Textbook. Ninehus was coming in from that left field. Kane coming back from the shortstop spot. And it looked like we had everything, all the makings of a 3-body collision out there in shallow left field. And then the captain of the center fielder, of course, letting everybody know we're good. I got this. So Kendra Cooper with the fly out. Brings up Taylor Jones, the only RBI for the Warriors. We'll head down and talk to head coach as the battery mates for the Golden Eagles discuss things here. Now we've got 2 balls in front of us. And the umpire calling up here, if you're wondering what that was about, that little exchange, asking for a reload of the pouch that holds the softballs. He's getting out, running low down there. And now 2 balls on the screen, or on the big screen out in center field. So 2 balls, no strikes, 1 away here in the top of the 4th. Taylor Jones with a cut. And that will fly out here to our right along the first base line near the dugout, or almost onto the dugout. To the game going on right behind us on the third base side. Mount Lake Terrace finally getting out of the inning. Are now batting, but down 2 runs. There's a line shot and right center field. And Jones picks up her 2nd hit of the day. She's 2 for 2 after the single. And that's why you got her wedged to clean up right there. An outstanding job of just sitting in and getting the pitch she wants to hit. Good contact on both cuts. 1 on, 1 away for Ari Gerard. Swing and a miss. And the snap throw not in time. Down to first base. Beautiful, warm afternoon. We hope you're enjoying it while you're listening to us and watching on the Sound Live Sports Network. Still time to get down for the late games at Phil Johnson Fields. Easy to get to in Everett. I'm not sure how much parking space you'll have available as I look out there toward left field, and there is a whole host of cars. And they're lined up on the road out behind us. So it's a full house. 2 balls and a strike on Gerard, and here comes the Malley pitch. Swing and a pop fly along the first base line, and that will hit the dugout. Not a lot of balls have been pulled off of Lauren Malley. And of course indicating that most hitters are behind the pitching. Not able to catch up to the fastball. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a kind of Texas hopper. And that'll keep the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Gerard just trying to keep alive right now, trying to stay in the batter's box long enough to get a cut on something she's looking for. 2-2. The Malley pitch. Swing and off the glove of the third baseman Edison, and that will be a base hit. Ninehus quickly out of left field, springing to action to back up the third baseman Edison. But back-to-back hits will put Jones on second, Gerard on first base, and now Sierra Ortiz, a strikeout victim in the second, 0 for 1 today. Ortiz, very impressive outfielder. I love the way she patrols center field. Here comes the pitch, right down the middle for strike 1. Malley wasting no time, going right after Sierra Ortiz. 2 on, 1 away. Swing and a high pop-up coming in and then back as Dana Eby has to retreat. And now a chance to double everybody up. They won't get her at second base. I think if she would have gone to first, they probably would have had Gerard. But Jones was able to escape and come back. Dana Eby came 2 steps in on the crack of the bat and quickly found out that was the wrong move and had to put the brakes on and then retreat to cover ground and did a great job of making the out. And out number 2, it is. And now we've got a pinch hitter. Actually, this is Heidi Davis, who came in for Collingridge in left field on the pitching change. And Collinghouse came in to pitch and now at the plate. And Davis sees 2 balls go over for strike. And now in the hole with 2 outs. Here's the pitch outside for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. (8-1). Field number 2 of 4 at Phil Johnson Fields in Everett, Edmonds-Woodway, and Ferndale. Ferndale comes in at the number 4 seed in the District 1 tournament. Edmonds-Woodway the number 5 seed in the tournament. And all the West Coast South teams really seeded the evens is what it was supposed to be, 2, 4, 6, and 8. But Ferndale able to slide in at any spot where they are percentage, the winning percentage puts them where they have a winning percentage in the Northwest Division, and that will determine where they find their spot in the Wesco. So they will come in at the number 4 spot, taking a spot away from Edmonds-Woodway. There is another cut. Davis staying alive. Here comes the pitch outside for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes, and the Ferndale faithful thought they had the punch out. And they're still letting them know. Letting Earl Noppy know, the home plate umpire today. Done a great job so far. There's your strikeout call. And if it was close, it was happening. So Davis down on strikes. No runs on 2 hits. No errors and 2 left. We'll head to the bottom of 4. Ferndale on top, 8-1.
Are you a whiz in filmmaking? Do you want to become extraordinary in filmmaking? Then come to Shoreline Community College and work with Shoreline Productions, where you will learn to transform your work in teams of working professionals and students to create enchanting effects such as green screen, text animation, and so much more. So come to Shoreline Community College, where you can mystify and dazzle in filmmaking.
Hey sports fans, do you want to know when and where your favorite teams in the Westco Conference are playing, who won the game last night, and what the current standings are? Well, it's easy to find out on westcoathletics.com. The information is entered by athletic directors and coaches, so you know it's accurate and up to date, making westcoathletics.com the place to view official scores, schedules, standings, and photos for all the schools and all the sports in the Westco Conference. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook, and check out westcoathletics.com, the official website of the Westco Conference.
Clogged drain? Other plumbing? Call Action Jackson Plumbing for 20. Welcome back on the Sound Live Sports Network, presented by Action Jackson Plumbing. Loveless calling everybody off for out number 1. Is that the first leadoff batter that Ferndale has had retired? It might have been. So Edison down on the pop-up to the catcher. And it is the first batter retired off the leadoff spot in any of these batting orders so far through 3 innings or 4 innings for Ferndale. Was able to get Eby on to lead off the first, and then Eby again to lead off the second. And then Sidney Schaller was able to reach on an error. So not retired, but reaching on an error in the top or the bottom half of the 3rd inning. And now we find her up right here. So 1 for 2 with a single and an RBI is Schaller. And also reached on that aforementioned error. And there's right back to the pitcher, out number 2 on the liner. A soft little line drive, the knuckler that Collingridge is able to smother for out number 2. And now the 9-hitter, Malley. Malley, 2 strikeouts, 0 for 2. Swinging and looking. Strike on the inside part of the plate for strike 1. And Edmonds-Woodway has been in the field and in the sunshine an awful lot today. Not used to that, especially in a doubleheader situation. That can really make things tough. There's the ground ball and the toss across. 3 up, 3 down. A rare inning on defense for Edmonds-Woodway. Probably just what the doctor ordered. They'll bring up Collingridge, Dela Cruz, and Jackson, 8, 9, and 1 hitters as we head to the top of the 5th inning on the Sound Live Sports Network. Clogged drain? Other plumbing problem? Call Action Jackson Plumbing for 24-hour service. Owned by a lifetime Edmonds resident and Edmonds-Woodway grad, Action Jackson is the drain cleaning specialist. They can unclog most internal drains for only $99 plus tax. Call 425-877-5601 or visit actionjacksonplumbing.com.
Are you a whiz in filmmaking? Do you want to become extraordinary in filmmaking? Then come to Shoreline Community College and work with Shoreline Productions, where you will learn to transform your work in teams of working professionals and students to create enchanting effects such as green screen, text animation, and so much more. So come to Shoreline Community College, where you can mystify and dazzle in filmmaking.
One run on 4 hits, 2 errors, and 3 left on base for Edmonds-Woodway against the 8 runs on 8 hits, no errors, and 6 left on base for Ferndale. Now the 8, 9, and 1 hitters for E-Dub, Collingridge, Dela Cruz, and Jackson scheduled to appear. Collingridge doing a nice job in relief of starting pitcher Mariah Woolery. Was able to get the last 5 retired. That went high. 1-1. Linwood and Marysville-Pilchuck right behind us. Arlington and Meadowdale to our right. And Mount Lake Terrace and Everett to our left. And Everett has come storming back to take a 2-run lead in the 5th and are now. A lot of activity. Fun way to watch softball, high school softball right here in Everett, Phil Johnson Fields. One game not piquing your interest, all you got to do is walk about 90 feet around the center press box area and concession stand. You find a game that might be what you need. There's a swing and a miss, and Collinridge is down for the second time. A strikeout victim twice of Lauren Malley. She's got 6 today. 6 Warriors retired. De La Cruz had a nice hard ground ball right at Baker. Back in the third, she's 0 for 1, and that's strike 1. Strike 2 on the outside corner. Beautiful pitch. They're hard to hit when they come inside. They start inside on the right-hand throwing Malley. And by the time they end up in Westford's glove, the catcher, it's on the outside part of the plate. She's hit that pitch all day, Malley. And De La Cruz in the hole, up against the ropes, 0-2. And bouncer now will go to Baker and right to the first base. And Erica Eby, and that will be out number 2. Identical 4-3 in the books next to Shaylin De La Cruz. And back to the top of the order, and Simone Jackson, who's having an unnaturally bad day. 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts for the leadoff hitter for the Warriors, and that is strike 1. And Malley just pitching away from hitters. Been doing that all day. You notice how the outside pitch on Shaylin De La Cruz and Kayla Collingridge, the right-handed batters. And now we'll paint that outside corner. Quickly coming down is Edison. The toss across in time to retire Jackson. And that'll do it in the 5th for the Warriors. 3 up, 3 down. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th inning. 2 up the top of the order. Dana Eby, Ninehus, and Bethus for the Golden Eagles. 8-1, Ferndale. You're watching the Sound Live Sports Network. Clogged drain? Other plumbing problems? Call Action Jackson Plumbing for 24-hour service. Owned by a lifetime Edmonds resident and Edmonds-Woodway grad, Action Jackson is the drain cleaning specialist. They can unclog most internal drains for only $99 plus tax. Call 425-877-5601 or visit actionjacksonplumbing.com.
Hey sports fans, do you want to know when and where your favorite teams in the Westco Conference are playing? Who won the game last night and what the current standings are? Well, it's easy to find out on westcoathletics.com. The information is entered by athletic directors and coaches, so you know it's accurate and up to date, making westcoathletics.com the place to view official scores, schedules, standings, and photos for all the schools and all the sports in the Westco Conference. On Twitter and Facebook, and check out westcoathletics.com, the official website of the Westco Conference.
Welcome back on the Sound Live Sports Network. There is a shot to the fence past the diving Heidi Davis, and Dana Eby is on with another double, her second of the afternoon. Only bested by the 2-run Jack in the third, has been aboard all 4 times today. 2-run home run, 2 doubles, and a walk. And all we're waiting on now is to see if she scores. She's already crossed the plate 3 times. And now Ninehus with strike 1, actually ball 1. Out there inside. And now Holly Hilton, head coach, would like to talk things over. And the game behind us, Marysville-Pilchuck, is up 9-1 over Linwood in the 5th inning. Meadowdale is leading Arlington by a score of 8-3. And still 9-7 in the 6th. Everett over Mount Lake Terrace in the 4 games. There's a big cut. To drive one left field the opposite way. Usually trying to hit behind the runner. Nainu's trying to go in front. Took a big old cut. And there's an outside pitch by Collingsridge. Collingsridge has really come in and settled the Edmonds-Woodway squad down very nicely. Able to retire 6 of the 7 batters she's faced. The only one getting on here is Dana Eby with the double to lead off. She's led off 3 innings, the 1st, the 2nd, and the 5th, and has been aboard all 3 times. The Warriors only able to retire the leadoff batter 1 time in this ball game. We're in the bottom of the 5th, 8-1 Ferndale. And a full count on Scarlett Neinhuis. Swing and a pop fly. Kendra Cooper drifting under the second base for out number 2. And Bethuse will come up, also having an outstanding ball game. 3 for 3 with a 3-run home run, 2 singles, 4 RBI. And now has a chance to make it RBI number 5. Responsible for half their run total out there on the scoreboard. Now Cooper will drift back onto the grouse, has to look overhead. That'll fall between 3 Warriors and advance the runner to third base. Cooper looked like she had it, and then it just fell right over her head, right in between Dela Cruz and Ortiz. So a seeing eye single from for her fourth hit of the ball game. Holy smoke. And now the catcher, Drew Westford. 0 for 1 officially, but has been involved in 3 plate appearances, having been hit by a pitch in the 3rd and walking and scoring in the 1st. Only registering a fly ball to make her 0 for 1, and now we'll have a conference on the mound. And I'm not entirely sure what we're doing here, although here comes Venable out to the mound. That may be it for Collingridge. Kyra Collingridge having an outstanding afternoon so far, and I don't think coach is taking the ball away from her. He's trying to settle things down and say, let's get back to hitting. Let's get out of this inning, get back to swinging the sticks. 8-1 your score in the 5th. Bottom of inning number 5. All the damage really was done in the 1st inning by Ferndale. Dana Eby was able to get a leadoff walk. Neinhuis with a walk. And then Bethuse came up and drove everybody around. 3-run home run right off the bat. First 3 batters come around to tally a score, and then Drew Westford wasn't done. She ends up walking and scoring on the Sydney Schaller RBI single. So 4 runs in the 1st inning. They were able to get 2 in the 2nd, 3 in the 3rd, and now have runner at third base after a double by Dana Eby led things off. She's standing over at third after having a parachute fall into the gap by Bethuse for her 4th hit. So between those two, the 3 hits of Dana Eby And the 4 hits and 4 RBIs from Abigail Bethus. Ferndale is riding them. Riding Edmonds-Woodway to an 8-1 lead. Still 9-7 in the 6th, with Mount Lake Terrace having a runner on third base with 2 away and a 2-2 count. So the chance to cut in a little bit to this 9-1 Everett lead. Now the conference is over and we'll get back to playing softball here on our own field. And still in the ball game is Collingridge. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away. Runners at the corners for Ferndale in the bottom of the 5th inning. The 7-run lead. Trying to tag it on. Another one. Outside for ball 2. I'll tell you what, with so much softball going on right now around you, it's easy to get lulled into watching a different ball game in the times that it's slow. And there is a throw, strikeout, throw him out, double play, and Everett able to get out of the inning and preserve a 9-7 lead. In our game, a gapper will score 1 run, a double, and Westford continues to pour it on herself. RBI double. Bethus goes from first to third on the base paths, and that'll bring up Candace Kane. Kane 1 for 2 with a single, was hit by a pitch in the first. And now into center field, calling everybody off as Ortiz. That will be the sac fly. Now a long throw in and off the backstop. So Kane registers the sacrifice, gets the RBI, and that'll bring in Bethus to make it 10-1. Amanda Baker with a single here would put the mercy rule in effect. And almost hit her. Inside for ball 1. Still 2 away. Should Ferndale go on to win this ball game, as that one is in toward the left field line. Cooper carries it out, foul ball. Ferndale would play the winner of Mount Lake Terrace Everett right now in the 6th inning with a 9-7 Everett lead. And a win very unpredictable now, pretty much coming in directly in from center field. And a roller makes it a 2-1 count. Collingridge, the second pitcher that Edmonds-Woodway has used after Mariah Woolery went 2 1/3. And that one a brush back pitch of sorts. Amanda Baker reached on an error. She's 0 for 3. And make that 0 for 4. But 2 more runs come across for the Golden Eagles to make it 10-1. Edmonds-Woodway running out of time. They'll bat in the top of the 6th. Jackie Lovelace, Kendra Cooper, Taylor Jones, 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up for the Warriors. We'll be back on the Sound Live Sports Network.
Hey sports fans, do you want to know when and where your favorite teams in the West Coast Conference are playing? Who won the game last night and what the current standings are? Well, it's easy to find out on westcoathletics.com. The information is entered by athletic directors and coaches, so you know it's accurate and up to date, making westcoathletics.com the official scores, schedules, standings, and photos for all the schools and all the sports in the West Coast Conference. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook and check out westcoathletics.com, the official website of the West Coast Conference.
Clogged drain? Other plumbing problems? Call Action Jackson Plumbing for 24-hour service. Owned by a lifetime Edmonds-Woodway grad, Action Jackson is the drain cleaning specialist. They can unclog most internal drains for only $99 plus tax. Call 425-877-5601 or visit actionjacksonplumbing.com. First round of the 3A softball tournament in District 1. Edmonds-Woodway and Ferndale in the first round. Winner will move on to a doubleheader winner's side of the bracket. The loser will play again later. Obviously having to work the hard way to try to get that last berth to the state tournament. And Lauren Malley back on the mound to start the top of the sixth. Jackie Lovelace watches the first one go wide. And swing and a half cut by Lovelace. Sound Live Sports Network is brought to you by Action Jackson Plumbing and by Shoreline Community College. We'll be with you throughout the playoffs. Make sure you check the schedule. Of course, you can go back and watch any of these ball games on demand right here on the broadcast. And that a bunt foul. Lovelace, this speedster down the first baseline, will come back and gather up the lumber. Nobody out here in the top of the sixth inning. Edmonds-Woodway able to muster a single run on a Taylor Jones double in the first inning and had the brief 1-0 lead. And then Ferndale came to bat and got to work. And there's a swing and a miss. Lovelace is down on strike. 7 recorded now for Malley. And Kendra Cooper, who is 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored, the only run of the ball game, with a drive down the left field line, foul. It had the distance, and Cooper knew she gave it a ride, slaps her gloves together with a big drat, and will head back to the right-hand side of the batter's box. Long strike off the bat of Kendra Cooper. Here's the 0-1. One run on 4 hits and 2 errors for Edmonds-Woodway. Just getting a piece of that one, and Cooper falling into the hole, 1 and 2. And Malley's been played all day long, rarely missing by more than just a skosh. And now the 1-2 pitch outside. Of course, as soon as I say it, so she delivers. And we're even at 2 apiece. (10-1) Ferndale. Cooper at the mound, swing and a miss, and 8 strikeouts now for Lauren Malley. 2 in this inning. And Cooper can't connect with it. The leading candidate to do so is probably at the plate right now in Taylor Jones. 2 for 2 today with an RBI, a single and a double. And now steps to the plate with 2 away in the 6th inning. Swing and a big cut. Foul tip. Jones digs back in, top of the batter's box. Malley does not show any signs of laboring whatsoever. And now a little squib off the end of the bat. And running over there is Baker unassisted for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Edison Shaw due up for the Golden Eagles. Thanks for watching the Sound Live Sports Network. Clogged drain? Other plumbing problems? Call Action Jackson Plumbing for 24-hour service. Owned by a lifetime Edmonds resident and Edmonds-Woodway grad, Action Jackson is the drain cleaning specialist. They can unclog most internal drains for only $99 plus tax. Call 425-877-5601 or visit actionjacksonplumbing.com. Welcome back. We're going to go ahead and go even though we don't have the pictures. There's a liner off the bat of Gabby Edison. She retired. Cooper retires her with a line out, and that'll bring up the designated hitter Schaller. Schaller 1 for 3. Got an RBI single in the first and scored a run in the third. And now we've got a pinch hitter. Nope, this is Erica Eby, the flex player, who is playing the majority of her time over at first base. And here comes the offering. No good. We'll do this radio style. Ten runs on 11 hits. No errors and 8 runners left on base for the Golden Eagles. And a good all-around performance, top to bottom. Of course, the top of the batting order, a lot more chicken scratches on it than the bottom, but still quality top to bottom for the most part, setting the table. And there's a pop fly out to Kendra Cooper again for out number 2. Sydney Schaller is retired, and that brings up the pitcher Lauren Malley. Actually, that was Erica Eby who is retired. And now Malley back to the plate. We're back on. Thanks for being patient with us. We get that little technical glitch fixed. 2 away, nobody on. And at the plate, pitcher of record for the Golden Eagles, Lauren Malley. Satter struggles at the plate, 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts today. And now has a 2-1 count. Shadows growing just a little longer out there in center field, and that one almost hits Malley. All the way to the backstop it goes, 3-1. Meadowdale Mavericks making a pitching change in the field. Off to our right, they don't have a score for you. And Everett only 1 out away from getting the win, the come behind win over the Mount Lake Terrace Hawks. And now we've got a pinch runner after the walk. And Malley will go back and get ready to come out and pitch perhaps the final frame. Skylar Robeson goes in to pinch run for Malley on first base. So 1 on with 2 away. And now the top of the order, long foul ball. And look out for Dana Eby. Small package can pop a wallop. Is yet to be unsuccessful in any trip to the plate today. That one outside for ball 1. Officially 3 for 3 with 2 doubles, a 2-run home run, and a walk. Has scored all 4 times she's been to the plate. Comes around, and that's what you want your leadoff hitter to do, is score runs, and she's got 4 of the 10. And now they'll gather up the softballs that seem to come drifting in after a couple of fouls go flying. And the swing and a foul ball. That one has Davis drifting over. That will be foul. Lake Terrace game. The Hawks able to put a base runner on with 2 outs and down 2 in the top of the 7th inning. They've got a tying run at the plate, but have some tough duty right now trying to get a runner around. 1-2 count with 2 outs for Eby, and that will do it. She's retired on the strikeout looking. 3 up, 3 down, a rare frame, a rare half inning for the Ferndale side. 10-1 the score. Gerard, Ortiz, and Davis due up for the Warriors in the top of the 7th inning. They're down 10-1. We'll be back on the Sound Live Sports Network.
Clogged drain? Other plumbing problems? Call Action Jackson Plumbing for 24-hour service. Owned by a lifetime Edmonds resident and Edmonds-Woodway grad, Action Jackson is the drain cleaning specialist. They can unclog most internal drains for only $99 plus tax. Call 425-877-5601 or visit Action Jackson Plumbing.
Sound Live Sports Network production services are provided by the Broadcast Field Production Class, a CTE intra-district course. If you are a student in the Edmonds School District, of the exciting world of live sports production. Learn about broadcast announcing, broadcast engineering, and sports reporting while providing a valuable service to your community. Contact your school counselor today to find out more and sign up for Broadcast Field Productions.
Perhaps the final 3 batters, or at least the top of the order in the 7th here for Edmonds-Woodway. They got to score a bunch. And they'll lead things off with Ari Gerard, the third baseman. Followed by Sierra Ortiz on deck for the Warriors. And they got a lot of work to do, down 10-1. Here comes the pitch, high and outside for ball 2. Malley, quite unsinkable today. Gave up a couple of back-to-back hits, and that's really been it. That a strike over the outside corner. 2-1. Has been good at getting out ahead of hitters, staying ahead in counts, and letting her fielders help do some of the work. That one low, almost off the plate for ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. This is one of those rare times when it's a hitter's count for Edmonds-Woodway. The 3-1 outside, one aboard. And that's how you start innings. Being patient, working the pitcher, especially late in ball games. So now the 6-hitter Ortiz, who has 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout, has got one aboard, and Gerard at first. And nobody down. Swing on a big cut upstairs in the zone. We are finished in the the Mount Lake Terrace Everett game. Everett takes the win, 9-7 over the Hawks. So 1 of 4 done. That one, strike 2 outside. Part of the plate. Meadowdale still leading, 8-3 over Arlington. And last we heard, it was a 9-1 Marysville Pilchuck lead over Linwood. All those games have got to be close to being wrapped up, as is ours. In the top of the 7th. A 1-2 count on Sierra Ortiz, the center fielder. And a swing and a miss, and Ortiz is down. Nine strikeouts, 9. For Lauren Malley, outstanding job by that young lady. And now Heidi Davis is 0 for 1 today. Outside pitch. Davis with a strikeout looking in the 4th is 0 for 1 after replacing the pitcher Mariah Woolery, the starter for the Warriors. He really struggled. There's a swing and a foul ball. Late on the cut is Davis, and then you mentioned that earlier, that a lot of these foul balls have been to the first base side off of Warrior bats, indicating that they've been well behind in their cuts. There's a swing and a strike. One out and a 1-2 count. And Davis is going to have to hurry up to one here. She's let 2 go by. Can't quite get a hold of him. That one catching up just a little bit off the screen right behind her. Still 1-2. So the winner will move on to face the Seagulls 15 minutes after this is over. And right now there's a strikeout, the second strikeout in the inning. After giving up a leadoff walk, Malley settling nicely in the inning. Has one to face in Collingridge, the left fielder who is a strikeout victim twice. And how fitting would it be for Lauren Malley to finish the ball game with 3 straight strikeouts. Strike 1. Looked a little upstairs on the diminutive left fielder. Not so, says umpire Earl Noppy. Swing, and again, another late cut into the fence along the first baseline. Sun's starting to get low enough to work its way into the press box here. Nice, warm May afternoon. Beautiful for being the 19th of May. Well, of course, you never know quite what you're going to get in the great Pacific Northwest. It could easily have been a nasty rain out. Not this year, of course, with the drought considerations. There's a swing and a miss, and down on strikes goes Kyra Collingridge, and that will be the ball game. 3 strikeouts in the inning for Lauren Malley, and that will do it. 10-1 is your final here at Phil Johnson Field. We'll be back and wrap it up in a moment on the Sound Live Sports Network.
If you've been wanting to get back in the game, whether it's basketball or just improving your fitness level, Edmonds Sports Academy is the place to go. Edmonds Sports Academy, believe in the power of play. Call them at 425-772-1901.
Are you a whiz in filmmaking? Do you want to become extraordinary in filmmaking? Then come to Shoreline Community College and work with Shoreline Productions, where you will learn to transform your work in teams of working professionals and students, to create enchanting effects such as green screen, text animation, and so much more. So come to Shoreline Community College, where you can mystify and dazzle in filmmaking.
One run on 4 hits, 2 errors, and 4 left on base for Edmonds-Woodway in the loss to Ferndale, who put up 10 runs on 11 hits, no errors, and left 7 stranded. The winning pitcher, Lauren Malley, an outstanding afternoon. Went the distance, the full 7 innings, only gave up the 1 run and the 4 hits. Struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 Edmonds-Woodway batters. And in the 6th and 7th inning, recorded 5 of the 11. So only got stronger as she went along. Only gave up the 1 walk. And, wow, what can you say about Lauren Malley other than that Ferndale is poised to go deep when she is on the mound? No question about it. Edmonds fall into the losers bracket. They will play Mount Lake Terrace in the losers out game in 15 minutes, and that will be the game that will be featured right here on the Sound Live Sports Network. Ferndale will move on over it in the winner's side of the bracket. Linwood falling to Marysville-Pilchuck will be facing Arlington in the losers bracket, and then it'll be a Meadowdale Marysville-Pilchuck winners bracket in 15 minutes. So District 1 play continues in the 3A softball tournament, Phil Johnson Field, and we will have round number 2 in just a moment on the Sound Live Sports Network. Again, the final here is 10-1, Ferndale over Edmonds-Woodway. We'll take a 15-minute break and be back with the Mount Lake Terrace Hawks and the Edmonds-Woodway Warriors. We'll be back in just a moment.
Clogged drain? Other plumbing problems? Call Action Jackson Plumbing for 20 service. Owned by a lifetime Edmonds resident and Edmonds-Woodway grad, Jackson is the drain cleaning specialist. They can unclog most internal drains for only $99 plus tax. Call 425-877-5601 or visit actionjackson.com.